Folks, this is vid number 21, and the title is Pheasant Stocking. Pheasant Stocking with Frank. My neighbor Frank lived across the street from Lou, who lived next to me. Frank and I both worked in diapers and would carpool once in a while. A break between shifts was coming up, and I mentioned to Frank that I would be stocking pheasants. He asked if he could go along. Sure. He came over in the morning and we went to Tunkhannock to meet the Game Commission food and cover truck. They would be coming in from the Loyalsock farm with a 25-foot flatbed. Frank and I loaded my allotment of birds on my 74 Ford pickup. It was two-wheel drive and was really low geared with a 4-speed transmission. I had 10 farms and Scottsville. We went to Scottsville first, as all the other spots were around Factoryville and Nicholson area. I had those because I knew most of the people, having grown up around there. It had rained the night before. The flats in Scottsville were cornfields on both sides of the road. We put some birds out on the upper side first, then proceeded down by the river, as there was good cover in the heavy hedgerows there. The tractor road was pretty level for a couple 100 feet, and then it dropped off some and gradually sloped to the river. I had good tires, so I didn't think much about the slick surface. We let out some birds, and I turned around and started back out. When I got to that little hump in the road, my drive wheel started spinning. I stopped. Frank said that he should be able to push enough to get over that small hump. He got out and went behind the truck. As low geared as that truck was, I could idle it, and being in first gear, just let the clutch out. I didn't want to spin too much. Frank yelled as he was ready, so I let out the clutch, and his extra push did the trick. Now, when the front of the truck went over that hump, the truck tipped forward some and the tail end raised up. Even at idle, the wheel was spinning. I looked in the mirror, and it looked like I had a soggy Sasquatch behind me. Instead of pushing at the center of the truck's tailgate, Frank got right behind the tail light and was directly in line with the spinning drive wheel when the rear end raised up. He was covered with slimy mud from head to toe. His face, arms, everything had at least a half-inch of mud. I used some Bounty and my ice scraper to clean him off some. Then I took him home to change, as my farms were on the other side of the county. He sure was a sight. And that's the end of my pheasant stocking with Frank. Once again, all the best.